What makes Squid Game so gripping isn't just the deadly games, it's the unpredictable journey of the players. While only a handful can survive to the finals, hundreds meet their fate in brutal, shocking, and sometimes heartbreaking ways. In this video, we're breaking down every Squid Game player that will die before the finals, the kinds of eliminations we expect, and the storytelling reasons behind each one. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about the obvious early casualties, what fans like to call the cannon fodder. In Squid Game, the opening rounds always wipe out a huge portion of contestants. Just think back to red light, green light in Season 1, nearly half the players were gone in minutes. These background characters don't get much screen time, but they serve a purpose, to instantly show the audience the stakes are deadly real. Expect nameless, faceless players to get eliminated in the first few rounds, whether it's being too slow, panicking under pressure, or simply standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. Their deaths set the tone, but also leave space for the main cast to shine. Every season introduces players who think they're smarter than everyone else. They boast, they brag, and they try to manipulate alliances early on. But here's the catch, Squid Game loves humbling these types. They usually die in cruelly ironic ways. A strategist might plan every detail of a game but overlook one tiny rule, costing them their life. Or they might underestimate a weaker player who outsmarts them in a shocking reversal. These eliminations remind viewers that intelligence alone won't save you, it's adaptability and resilience that truly matter. Of course, Squid Game wouldn't be complete without its villains, the violent bullies, the backstabbers, and the power-hungry manipulators. Remember Deok-soo from Season 1? Players like him create chaos in the dormitory and try to dominate weaker contestants. But here's the golden rule of the show, villains rarely make it to the finals. They either get taken out by someone they underestimated, or they're crushed by their own arrogance. Their deaths are usually satisfying, giving the audience a sense of justice. Expect betrayals to backfire and alliances to collapse, because in the end, the games don't reward cruelty. Not every death before the finals is cruel or humiliating. Some are heartbreaking. In Season 1, we saw players like Ali and Ji-hun, kind, selfless people who didn't make it to the end but left a huge emotional impact. Season 3 will almost certainly give us similar moments. Characters who form strong bonds with others may choose to sacrifice themselves so their friend can survive. These scenes hit hardest because they show that even in a world built on greed and death, compassion can still exist. Their deaths remind us that humanity isn't completely lost, even when the stakes are life or death. One of Squid Game's most gut-wrenching elements is watching people who were never cut out for the competition. Maybe they're too old, too sick, or simply too gentle for such brutality. These characters often draw sympathy from viewers but meet inevitable ends. Their deaths aren't about failure, they're about reinforcing the cruel reality of the game. They highlight how unfair the entire system is, making the audience question, why are the most vulnerable always the first to pay the price? Here's another heartbreaking category, players who trusted the wrong person. Squid Game thrives on betrayal, alliances form quickly, but collapse even faster when survival is at stake. Some characters will die because their supposed ally stabs them in the back. But in a twist of irony, those same betrayers usually don't make it much further either. This cycle of betrayal and downfall adds to the unpredictability of the show. Finally, let's not forget, Squid Game always throws curveballs. Just when you think a character is safe, a surprise twist takes them out. Maybe a minor character suddenly rises as a threat, or a fan favorite dies earlier than expected, shocking the audience. These unexpected deaths keep viewers glued to their screens. After all, the suspense comes from knowing anyone can die before the finals, no matter how important they seem to the story. So, who dies before the finals? Almost everyone. From cannon fodder to bullies, from selfless heroes to betrayed allies, Squid Game ensures that only a handful survive. The heartbreak, the betrayals, and the shocking twists are what make the journey unforgettable. What do you think? Which type of player's death hits you the hardest? the satisfying villain downfall or the emotional sacrifice of a friend? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Squid Game.